Hello everybody, Russian Batman. It's been a little bit since I've posted or made a video. So yeah, this is just a random showcase. I got some random stuff to show. I actually got quite a bit of Monsters Inc. stuff. I was thinking of making a Monsters Inc. showcase, but I decided, it's not really enough figures, for me at least, to warrant its own kind of showcase. So this is kind of, so I kind of bundled it up with some other figures I have made. So, actually, let's just get into the should I save it to, I'll get into Monsters Inc. stuff now, and you'll get surprised of what the other stuff is, unless you probably saw the thumbnail, in which I probably have it there. So, which one should I? Let me start off with the least favorite figure I made, but I still really like, out of all the Monsters Inc. ones, is Boo. So we got Boo here. Boo in her monster outfit. The reason I don't like this one is because the face print. I know I have like a face print that would work for Boo, like a little girl face print, but I couldn't find one. So I use this, which I don't think works too well, but it works good enough. Also, now the reason I did the monster's outfit instead of her like normal outfit is because there was like the little girl ponytail hairpiece. I don't have that hairpiece. So I decided I'll just go with this because I know I have these arms and everything I need in this color. So, and yeah, you can see here I use the fin arms for the little tentacle arms she has. I also painted on the little dots on there to represent kind of the suction cups. Also her feet. This helmet, this is just a police helmet kind of piece from, I think, a Lego movie, I believe I got it from. Then I painted over, then I sculpted over, and see these little eyes, the way I did that, actually quite clever. I got a cherry piece, this little piece, the little red cherry piece. I cut it off the little stem, and I put green stuff on here for the hair. Then I put a little glue at the end, stuck it on, so it stayed in place because of the glue and the green stuff that I molded over it. And I really like how it turned out. It's not really, it doesn't really integrate with the torso as well as I would like it to, but I think it looks good. I really like how the eyes kind of just go in different directions, and I think it looks good. Overall, I could have probably done more with this figure, but I like how it turned out. So let's just put that guy, Boo, off to the side for now, as we get the other Monsters Inc. I'm gonna save the big boy for last. We'll last out the Monsters Inc. characters. Here we got Mike Wazowski. I like how I was really debating how to make Mike Wazowski, and I ended up going with this, where I ended up just gluing a little dome piece onto a torso to kind of make it its own. I don't know, when I make figures, I try to kind of keep it true to what Lego would do, so not overly sculpting on arms, even though I have done that. And to not overly sculpt and make, something completely new. But I think for Mike Wazowski, you really need that. I don't think there's an existing piece or, torso piece that would really work for Mike Wazowski. So I kind of just glued that on there. Also, you see where the head is for the original torso piece. I kind of left it up there so you can actually he still has a stud to put stuff on. I kind of did the same thing for the Among Us character I did. You can see here, a little cameo from the Among Us. You still put stuff on there, so you could accessorize it if you want. But yeah, to kind of give it kind of more Lego-like, because I think Lego would probably do that. I don't know. So you could put stuff on there if you want. They do tend to put studs in random places, even if they're not using them at the moment. But there is Mike Wazowski. Mike Wazowski, I don't know if hold up, let me focus on them. If Boo should be shorter, because I just use short legs for both of them. But Mike Wazowski does look, I don't remember exactly how shorter Mike Wazowski is than Boo, but I think Mike Wazowski is a bit bigger compared to Boo. But it was the best I could do. Haha, you see what I did there? You see, I'm a comedic genius. I know I don't post memes, but I'm a comedic genius, my guy. Okay, you think Mission X, Machine X, or Potato Mean, or Beach. You think they're funny memers? No, dude, you're sorely mistaken. I'm the funny haha one in the group. Okay, even though I barely post memes. No, dude, it's me that's the funny haha. But I'm really excited to show this one off. This one took the most amount of work, and I'm really proud of this one. It is Monsters Inc. Well, I'm really happy how this turned out. You see Big Fig, obviously. I mean, just had to be a Big Fig. Even when Lego did their, I think the Lego, not, why am I, what's the game called? It was, Incredibles, Lego Incredibles, the video game. They had, Sulley, I think, in there. I don't know if they had Mike. I'll look up if Mike was in that game, but I think it was just Sullivan. And yeah, he was a Big Fig like this. And I didn't actually base it off the Big Fig, which I probably should have. I mean, it might have been a good idea. But what I did is this was originally a Killer Croc. It was the Killer Croc Big Fig from the... Not the... I mean, it was kind of like the tie-in set for Suicide Squad, even though it wasn't officially a tie-in set for Suicide Squad. It was kind of like one of those, and it had a Killer Croc Big Fig, not the really big one from the Lego Batman movie, but just from like the Batman line. What I thought would be good because it got those spines on there. The tail, it's kind of shaped weird because I literally because I ripped the head off Killer Croc, the big one that I have, and I'm like, what should I use the head for? I'm like, it might make for a good tail. I mean, I do have Killer because I couldn't use the big Killer Croc's tail that I ripped off because I used that for Bowser. So I decided instead of sacrificing Bowser, I'll just make this, and it turns out fine. But and Killer Croc, so like I added green stuff. What I did is underneath the head to make it bulkier, I actually got some like spare pieces of plastic. I believe it was like some spare piece of plastic I got from like customizing Piranha Plant into a chain chomp. I stuck it in there, glued in some plastic here, and then molded over it so I didn't have to use as much green stuff. I thought it was pretty clever. You can see here I did the purple polka dots kind of everywhere. I mean, they're not really blended in as well as kind of the real thing, but I think if Lego were to do it, it would look like this. It wouldn't be as faded as in the movie. It'd be more pronounced. Also, you can see I don't know if you can see it with the lighting, but you see the kind of inner torso is kind of a bit lighter than the outer stuff, which I thought ended up pretty good. These horns, I use the same strategy for Bowser, and actually it works really well for Big Figs. If you want a Big Fig with horns, I have a drill bit, and the drill bit is like just a good size, so where I can actually go in, drill a hole, and it'll perfectly fit one of these horn pieces, or at least just the stick. So I stick it in there, and then I glue it, and then it works perfectly, and it fits really well. Like I said, I did the same strategy with Bowser, where I use these horn pieces and I drilled them in. I need to improve this Bowser. I know I did I don't know. I don't like the face of that Bowser. It's kind of weird. Like, especially seeing it next to Potato Means. Potato Means Bowser is like 1,000 links better. You should go check out this Bowser. But I really like how this Sullivan turned out. The face, you can see here, I gave him kind of a smiling, face. Painted on those big brows. I was thinking of molding them, but then I'll just paint them on. So, I mean, I think Lego would probably just print them on, because like if they wanted to make a different one, different expression, they can't obviously, if they create a mold, then they're kind of constricted to the face. And and I really like how the paint job I really like, and the molding turned out great. And like I said, this is just Killer Croc, and then it goes really good with Mike Wazowski and the gang, and I'm really just happy with how that turned out. Now I'm going to start speedrunning these. Next up, I finally made a Gonk droid. Okay? This is a Gonk. Kind of purist. Purist Gonk droid. Yeah, let's go here. I'll show you why I'm kind of showing a lot of purist stuff here. Well, not a lot, just the first one. But I got one more semi-purist thing to show off. You got a Gonk. I know, this is amazing. If you want to know how to build this Gonk, here, I'll show you. If I take off this is actually, you can see in there, it's one of those robot pieces, the ones we use the Nexonites. Basically, just what I did is, you got one of those 1x1s, goes in the arm slot like that. This goes in the middle little piece, goes in the top, and then that back piece is a one of those, sticks in like so. Then obviously you got the leg. Oh god, my phone keeps on going off. I apologize. Then you just kind of put the front on like so, and it's a Gonk. It's a Gonk with legs, and it's amazing. I love it. It's purest. It's beautiful. I don't know if it's exactly to scale because it's pretty big Gonk, big boy Gonk, But I like big boy Gonk. All right. Now let me show you why I'm making these purest customs. Is because it was kind of inspired by Night Bricks. This is my Night Brick Sig Fig. Yes, I really like how this guy turned out. Go check. I'll leave Night Bricks in the description. He is he creates purest customs, and some of his purest customs are really good. I really like purest customs because those are the truest to Lego you could possibly get. And also, if you make like a good custom and it's purest, like that's an even bigger flex because you found like the parts that would work super well without even having to paint. And it's I really like what this guy does. Go check him out. He's cool. He's also doing like an OSRS thing, with a few other people, like American Jokers on there. Grr, my arch nemesis. But you can see Night Bricks. This is kind of a mix between his normal sig fig and his channel icon. The hoodie and the jacket is kind of the channel icon, but I didn't give him the but his normal sig fig doesn't actually have the mask on, so I didn't give him that. Then his arms are kind of based off, so yeah, his channel thing. And I thought it'd be cool to make him not like his sig fig and kind of a bit different. I mean, there are some creative liberties, but I mean it's mostly based off his channel icon. I thought it'd be cool because I haven't seen someone make a channel icon version of his sig fig, and I think it turns out pretty good. Night Bricks, if you're watching the video, give me your opinion. Do you approve? Do you say yay or do you say nay? Good sir, do you like or do you not like? You gotta tell me, alright? Got some more figures. One purest figure I want to show off before I show off the last figure is I got this semi-purist Mandalorian Beskar. I've already made a Mandalorian Beskar, but I had this idea of making a purist. I mean, the helmet is not purist at all, because I gotta be honest, I don't have a purist Mando helmet. I painted over it, and I wasn't willing to sacrifice it. But you can see the torso. I thought I used some clever part uses. I found this. I don't know what this torso's from, but I found it. I'm like, ooh, that would make a cool Mandalorian. And then I used this strap piece and to create the strap. And I also just used the legs from Mandalorian. I'm like, that's cool. It's Beskar Mando, but purist. I mean, it's not as good as my custom hand. A big flex, but I like cut G. I like how it turned out. If you just ignore the helmet, is not purist at all. But everything else is purist about it. So I thought it'd be cool. Yeah, you got Night Bricks and some purist custom, semi-purist, because the helmet is not purist. But last figure is this figure. This is kind of. I usually don't really complain about sacrificing figures, but for this one, I had to sacrifice Hades. I had decapitate Hades from what's it called? The Hercules, the movie. All right, and it's sad, but I really like how this figure turned out. And you're wondering what the figure is. What could use that kind of Ghost Rider-esque headpiece? Well, it's a Ghost Rider-esque character. It's the Spider-Man Ghost Rider. Spider Rider? Spider-Man Ghost Rider? Spider Rider? Question mark? Exclamation point? No, I'm just kidding. But this is based off... I think it's in the comics, but I really saw this and from the video game, the Spider-Man PS4, not the PS5 one that's the Morales, but the PS4, and it had this. I'm like, oh, it's a cool outfit. And so I'm like, where did it come from? I did some research. Well, not really some research. I think I just stumbled across it. And I'm like, oh, it's actually a Ghost Rider Spider-Man. I mean, it doesn't really look like Spider-Man that much, besides for the symbol. But it's a Ghost Rider Spider-Man, and I thought it would look really cool. I'm like, this would be perfect for that. So I just painted the whole thing white, so you can see. Oh, there's a Buzz Lightyear torso. Oh, don't want to show that. You can see inside it's the blue color, so I didn't, because you can't actually remove that flame piece, even though you can see there's like a stud in there. You can't actually remove that headpiece, which is a hairpiece, which is kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. I guess it does make it more sturdy, But then also you can't really use it with other heads, so you gotta completely paint over it. And yeah, and I'm like dark. I'm like got the blue, so I thought it'd be perfect. So yeah, and I like how that painting on the torso came out. Yeah, let me focus. Could have been a bit better, but I like it a lot. And yeah, so that is my last custom. Maybe I should have done something within the eyes, but I think they're creepy as is, just empty. So yeah, those are all of my customs for today, boys. So next video, I'm pretty sure, is gonna be a seasonal based video. So I got seasonal characters, and spoiler alert: these seasonal characters may or may not involve Travis Scott. May or may not. Don't keep your hopes up. There may not be a Travis Scott. And why would Travis Scott be seasonal? What part of Travis Scott is part of some sort of holiday? I wonder. Well, I guess we'll just have to find out next video when I do the seasonal guys, because I'm running out of ideas and I got seasonal guys. And yeah, if you liked the video, leave it a like. You should probably go watch Monsters Inc. It's actually a pretty good film. It's one of the better Pixar films in my opinion. I think there's some Pixar films I'm just gonna be controversial, but there are some Pixar films where it's like kind of like overrated in my opinion, or like it's overhyped. I think one of them is I'm gonna be crucified for saying this, but Ratatouille. Ratatouille is it's a fine film. It's not a masterpiece. We a cuisine. But yeah. But you know what is a masterpiece of filmmaking? Rango, and you should go watch it. And you should also have a nice day, because I love you. Bye.